Good evening. Leslie 60 satellite cabinets, space generator, disassembled 2 rotary capacitors, which are turned by a standard Leslie belt. Here are the 2 rotary capacitors. Each one has 4 poles. Here, 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 here. And one is for each channel of 2 cabinets with a 10-inch 4-ohm woofer, 2 channels of faux stereo. And the stereo imaging is created by this device. The circuit boards I've taken off of the top. They would sit down. For the first time, I've never seen these before. So here's the main channel circuit board. Here's the auxiliary channel circuit board. And this is the special broadband phase shifting network that creates this wonderful luscious effect. The instrument signal comes into this board, into this broadband phase shifting network, and is split into 4 separate signals that are 90 degrees out of phase. And then each one of those signals 90 degrees out of phase is sent to one of these poles, and then this rotary capacitor turns, creating an additional phase shift, one for the main channel and one for the satellite channel, and then their output to the 2 amplifier boards. So this is the space generator, which I think is also in the Leslie X77. This is what this looks like here. Here's the motor, and it has a motor control board which changes the speed of this motor, and Leslie has a patent for a single speed motor control, and that board would be one of these 3. One is the amplifier board, here's the other amplifier board, and here's the motor control board. Here's my other one, and this is the way that it is when it's assembled, and those circuit boards sit on top of these rotary capacitors. And in both of these units, components have failed on either both or one of these circuit boards. And on the unit that's in my closet there points to these particular items, because on the back side there's a pretty dark spot on the flip side of the circuit board, which was here, and there was a lot of discoloration, leading me to believe that these particular components may have failed. But this looks to be in good shape. The other side of the board, repair work has been done on this before by another tech, and this is what he did, which was he soldered a resistor in on the top side of the board, although it appeared that the boards had been taken off because the leads were resoldered, and it's pretty messy on the top. But this is a temporary fix here of putting in this, I think, is a resistor. But I think, I'm not a trained electronics technician, but I'm going to have a professional who is willing for the task to troubleshoot these boards, and I'm sure that it's a simple component here. These look like good quality mylar capacitors. They don't look cheap. I don't see any burn marks, but of course something in both of these units. This is one from one set of Leslie's, And then this is the one from the other set of Leslie's, and for each one of these, the amplifier boards are still working, so signal for this one, both channels of audio are coming out of the space generator. There's just very little phase. And in this particular unit, audio is only coming out of one channel of the space generator, which is means one of there's an output on one of these boards that has failed. But this is a wonderful sounding unit, and it certainly is worthy of the troubleshooting and the repair. This is the first time that I've ever taken these off. It wasn't a big deal really, just to desolder the leads. I make a little map of where everything goes, and then 4 nuts on the top of each one, and then the boards just lift off. So this is what we're dealing with, and to troubleshoot these components and find out what has failed and to replace them. The motor on this, when I bought it, this had not been used in a long time, but I was able to oil it up and I got the motor turning. So this is working. The other one here, the motor works well. Everything is working good, and this one was working to full capacity, making a beautiful sound. And then I had a week's worth of static, and the phase shifting stopped, and it's just kind of a lot of distortion now. But here's the inside of the Leslie 60s. Has the old Mallory caps in there, and here this is the same as the solid state panel on some of the solid state Leslie's, but it's mounted vertically in the cabinet. But this space generator is a beautiful sounding effects unit that is worth archiving, figuring out, and fixing and getting these working again. So, hope you enjoyed a little expose of the Leslie 60-tone cabinets space generator. Peace out.